So I was hoping to get some stuff sewn today, but every time you go to do something, a kid needs you, and my list is probably too big. So that I'm ready for tomorrow, I'm gonna start getting some of our soil ready. So I just thought I would show you some of the soil that we use for our soil blocking. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to go down, buddy? No? You sure? You sure? These gloves I love for like any sort of outside work. These are from Watson. They are Athena. I wear a size small. These ones, I actually bought these last fall for fleshing hides and working with hides because, I bought them for fleshing hides and actually butchering because they're textured. They can grab onto things, and sometimes when you're butchering and when you're fleshing hides, things can get really kind of slippery because they're textured, they're grippy. Of course, they won't keep moisture out, and if there's lots of blood and guts, some of that liquid can seep through. But actually what I did the first time, they didn't have them in a size small, so I believe I either got a medium or a large, and I put like the surgical medicine gloves underneath, and then these over top, and then my hands didn't get covered in blood, and I had textured hands and yada yada. Anyways, Athena by Watson, they're really nice. This is so exciting. It means it's planting season is here, right? Yeah, because we're opening our first soil bag. So exciting. I don't know if I can lift this bale up with you on my back. It's not going down, hey? Yeah.
A little bit
longer. I don't think I can squat this weight with you on my back. Oh, just barely.
Soil bin. That one, or that one? That one. Yeah.
This is the grower bale that I use every year for starting my seedlings off. I think that any kind of seedling you're using, you want to make sure to get a really good quality soil. You want a seed starting soil. Sometimes potting soils can have certain fertilizers or other amendments that can burn or can cause a boost to your seeds. Seeds really need a sterile, very neutral soil. So this has got some peat moss, some dolomite, and some perlite in it.
Wait, that.
The other thing that I add to my soil is worm castings. So I've done half a bale of the grower's mix. So I'm going to do half of this bag. And this is just worm castings. So this acts as like a food and a soil. And it's safe. It's great for starting seeds off. And it just it has a lot of the nutrients that new seeds need to get started. This is worm poop. Yeah. No, you don't taste the worm poop. It's poop. So it's hard to tell with my black gloves, but it's beautiful, and it's filtered, so you don't have. It's filtered so you don't have any like bits of matter and stuff.
Fun, Phoenix? Yeah. I bet you've been doing all the work.
So the other thing that I add to our soil, which I don't have, I normally add something that's called sea soil, and it's a blend of like composted forest and seaweed and like fish matter. And again, it does the same thing as like adding compost or worm castings. It just improves your soil quality and helps to give all of your seedlings those little nutrients that they need. So this mix sometimes gets a little bit changed depending on what I can get my hands on. Where we live, some of this better quality. Can you leave this stuff? Make sure you don't. Let's not splash out any worm poop. That stuff is gold. Where we live, it's very hard for us to get really good quality. Just to even get like worm castings. Like you can go to Canadian Tire, but it's not great quality. I try to buy all of my soil amendments. I usually order them from a greenhouse in Winnipeg called Sage Gardens, and I've been using his products for close to 15 years since he's been around. So sea soil I couldn't pick up last time, but I will be getting it next week. So we'll be working without sea soil this time. I'm just going to add, I got some Gaia Green Living Soil Blend. And it's got magnesium and iron that's been added to it. It's got glacial rock dust, alfalfa meal, bone meal, some gypsum, some kelp. So it's got a lot of products in it that the sea soil normally has. The sea soil, the difference between the Gaia Green, well, there's probably lots of differences, but between the Gaia Green and the sea soil for me, the Gaia Green is a lot more expensive, but it's finer. The sea soil I find I have to sift through. So in that sense, it's a little bit nicer.
Seed soil.
One thing I forgot to mention with the grower's bale is it comes compressed. It's usually never like this. This is actually frozen. So it has a little bit of moisture in it. That moisture gets frozen. So we just got to break it back up. But it's compressed, so it's heavy, but it's light, and you can get a lot in a bag. And like I said, I think it does like, maybe it's like 300 5-inch pots and like 500 2-inch pots. Or you can just plant seeds using a giant bag of growers mix. But I always amend my soil. And you can also make your own soil if you feel so inclined. I don't. This is the recipe. So I also add about 1 large Dixie cup scoop of the Gaia Green 444, I believe. And that it's a very lightweight, low fertilizer, and it's even keel. So if you're ever wanting to add a little bit of food to your soil mix, you want to stick with something that's like a 444. It's best once you have your potting soil mixed and ready to go, if you're not going to use it right away, is to cover it with a garbage bag or something, so that if anything is starting to bloom in your area, you have any pollen or bugs, okay, that they aren't, okay, give me a second please, that they don't get into your soil. You want to try and keep your soil as sterile as possible. Because I'm going to soil block a huge portion of my seedlings, I want this soil wet to the point where I squeeze it and just a little bit of water starts oozing out. So I won't actually start working with my soil today because I don't have water ready. I need to be able to put water in here first thing in the morning where it won't freeze on me, and then get to making soil blocks.
Mom,
Yeah.
I found flower in here.
Okay, let's get some fertilizer.
What is that?
One thing about soil mixes, one thing I think is very important when you're working with soil and soil mixes is to get ones that you know are safe, especially if your kids are playing in it. Everything I know to be very, very safe with my kids, so I'm not fearful of them playing in the soil with me and helping me out. There's a lot of products on the market there that are great for starting seeds, but they maybe aren't great for having your bare hands or little one's hands in them. So sticking with really high quality, safe ingredients is not only best for you and your kids, but also for your plants because you are eventually eating them. Hey, can you keep the soil in the bucket, please?
Oh. Can I help? You? Can I help? You?
Yeah, just wait. I don't want soil going all over the place.
Okay.